Welcome to the Hero Escape Podcast, your weekly escape from trying to annihilate half of all life in the universe. I am one of your three co-hosts, Thanostradamus, and I am joined by...
Jingho Wildcattle.
What the heck?
Wild Kettle.
Well, Mr. Wildcattle, nice to meet you. My name is Nick. Nick Knack. You doing all right?
Nice to meet you, Nick Knack. Patty Whack.
Yes. I'd like to give this dog a bone. All right. Can we get any more late? All right. We're so happy. This is the time of year where nerds get to be their nerdiest, geeks get to be their geekiest. That's right. We're continuing round one of our Who Would Win bracket. It is time to start our Southern Conference. Starting off with our match today and our tournament of...
Who would win?
All right, coming in for our first match for tonight is a couple of real crowd pleasers. Their fan pool size is very huge. We've got the one, the only, the Caped Crusader, Superman. Versus, coming out of his cage, wild and ferocious, the adamantium skeleton possessing Wolverine. Okay, so here comes Wolverine charging at Superman. Claws extended. Superman not flinching. Claws scooping into Superman. What happens?
Nothing.
Adamantium having no effect on the Son of Krypton. Dave, what do you think? Adamantium
Yeah,
claws.
I think initially they probably just bounce off. I mean, let me say this. Can I do some history?
He's probably like, jeez, you ruined another cape.
Like in the 90s, in the 90s, there was like a crossover DC Marvel thing, and Lobo, who was a Superman villain, and a match for Superman power level wise, they did it was a fan vote thing, but they had Wolverine killed Lobo.
Oh,
Which if you know Lobo's power level, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, sometimes the fans don't know what they're talking about.
So,
yeah, it becomes a popularity contest.
it turned into a popularity contest. Yeah. Yeah,
I do. You keep bringing up these like crossover. I've never even heard of them or seen them, except for come out of your mouth. Is this actually a thing? Is he making this up, Nathaniel?
I lean away from crossover comics in general. You know what I mean? Like I just assume there's a level of ridiculousness, which this is only confirmed for me. So
yeah.
Unless you
It's
put it
a
in
real
a bracket,
thing.
then it's cool. Okay,
Yes.
Nathaniel.
Yeah, Superman versus Wolverine. So I feel like the only thing Wolverine has going for him is maybe staying power and that healing up, right? I mean,
You're gonna have to feel pretty dang fast.
that's the only thing is staying power. Like maybe it's like not a total knockout because he gets up after pretty quick, but
Superman can fall asleep in between times it would take for his. It doesn't matter. Superman's gonna punch him. The adamantium skull will be indented, and Superman next time Wolverine wakes up, he ain't all there.
yeah. How many Superman fights have you seen where after the villain is beaten up, he like ties them up with steel rebar or something
Yeah.
like that? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many ways that he can incapacitate him. So even if he does heal, he's still
Or Superman can pick the terrain, like I don't know, maybe one that doesn't have oxygen in space, and be like, all right, just heal you later. You know.
yeah.
well, do we need to stay within the ethics of the character? Because Superman is not going to do that because that would be a death
Right.
sentence,
He
right?
also wouldn't enter our tournament, but he doesn't have any choice.
Yeah,
And don't get me wrong.
Beyonder has pulled him in. Okay.
Yeah.
but he can choose whether to kill or not.
All right, so I think we're gonna put into I think we're all pretty gonna give Superman a pretty high chance of coming up. Where Superman's chances, Nathaniel?
I was going to say 100, but for the sake of seeing what the fates decide and giving it, let's do a 99-1.
I think I'm going to do
99.1. Okay.
I think I'm gonna even get riskier because Wolverine is scrappy and tough. I'm gonna give Superman 98.
Oh, Dave, our Mr. What was your name again today?
Butters. Yeah.
The unidentified man to my left, who's scruffy looking, forgot his own name.
Jingho Wildcattle.
Wild Kettle. Okay.
Man.
My given name. Why wouldn't you guys know that? I mean, it says that on my birth certificate.
Okay, anyways, his given name of Mr. Scruffy Guy to my right, getting really wild, giving Wolverine 2% chance of victory. I think Wolverine does not even stand a chance to last out of the first round or first minute were Superman to
You're saying 100?
especially when Wolverine, everybody is capable of dying. Wolverine is not clever enough to figure out anybody's weakness. He just goes in and tries to cut them to shreds, and either that works or it doesn't. Right? That's his MO.
He's like a berserker. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so anyway, 99.9 chance for the Son of Krypton to easily walk out of there without a scratch on him.
So he has a 99%
Agreed.
chance. So this is going to be pretty interesting
All
to see.
right, let's see if the fates have work a miracle in the favor of everyone's favorite mutant. It has happened in the past. He goes down. Wolverine goes down and does not get back up. The Son of Krypton proudly proceeds to the
Not my
next
fault,
round.
Wolverine. I gave you 2%. You blew it.
We left the window wide
Yeah,
open for you.
you had plenty of room.
That one is on you. Okay. Our next matchup is a good one. This one, I believe, is going to bring the ire of some of those in the stands. We've got the famous, the fastest man on the planet, Flash, versus the Dark Knight, Batman. Oh, man, I know feelings are going to get rough. Nathaniel's already...
Doesn't matter who it is, I'm finding a way that Batman wins.
I'm the same way. I'm thinking like, all right, yeah. How does Batman's going to win? Just how does he do it?
Yeah, I vehemently disagree with that approach to this matchup. But anyways,
That's even statistically aligned, I feel like, with a lot of the other online sort of who would win match. You always see Batman like consistently voted to the top or whatever.
That's
I mean,
popularity voting, like you just said with Lobo losing to Wolverine. That's where that comes from.
I don't know. I mean,
Middle of the story arc Flash, not Flash who is more powerful than time Flash, but middle of the story arc Flash versus, it doesn't matter which version of Batman because they're all the same.
We're gonna say Barry Allen.
Yeah,
Flash,
Barry Allen
because
Flash,
he's
yeah.
the best
Oh yeah,
one.
Barry Allen, yeah. So, but the most recent version of the Flash is Mr. It's really cool that you guys have all ready to do battle and stuff, but I've only ever run up behind people and push, right?
Yeah.
That version of Flash, Batman can defeat. Okay, I would give high odds to him, but we're rounding out the character, right? We're kind of making some composite of the representations of Barry Allen and all that stuff. And to me, let's see, who is the Flash is a favorite in our seating, in the way our seatings have worked out.
well, seedings can be wrong.
Yeah, they can. That's again controversial. All those fan votes we were getting from arguing about the Batman's placement. There were plenty of those. I also lots of fan mail saying he was ranked too high. There's polarizing.
That Batman
character.
was ranked too high?
Yeah, a lot of polarizing input from the fans on that one. So
People don't know.
People just don't get it.
okay, so I think once Flash gets up to speed, I feel like. Batman doesn't stand a chance. I feel like he just does not stand a chance unless now. But this is where the situation that we're putting these people in isn't like, could this person summon an army, strategize enough, blah 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 to figure out? It's like they're on the court doing battle.
I have a graphic novel that is only a couple feet away from us, Tower of Babel, where it is revealed that Batman had plans for every single member of the Justice
Yes,
League
but they're
to
not.
take them
the
out.
plans to take them out are not all on his utility belt. Like it takes.
Maybe not necessarily,
training
but
trap.
yeah, I would argue that his pre-planning is a tool that he possesses. It is.
That's why it's you have
In
a hard
this
time,
case,
even
yes,
though
he
he's just
couldn't
an
pre-plan against someone he's never met. But
even though he's
in
going
this
up against
case,
a
you're right,
superpower, I think that Batman has a plan for facing any member of the Justice League unexpectedly.
Yeah.
He has a
Batman
plan to
does have
definitely take them out.
Batman has an insight into defeating Flash that nobody else has, or
Yes.
few other would have, because he knows Flash, and that's the more knowledge is
Exactly.
power in the hands of Batman more than other people.
So I'm going to
I will give you
assume
that. I will give you that.
I'm going to assume, right, that in our, we like in this universe that we've created, and we have like plucked these people out of their environment and put them in this match, right?
Like the secret. What's it?
Like those, like the contest
The
of champions type thing,
the
or something
Beyonder
like that.
did
yeah.
Marvel, where he took everybody and put them on
Yeah.
a super warrior planet. That's
Now,
kind of what
because I would say if in this universe we had given them 5 minutes to plan, this is a 90% Batman victory.
oh my
But,
gosh, no way.
But
I so disagree.
now,
But all right,
since they didn't have time to plan, is how I'm going to look at this.
okay,
And so, he has
Well,
to go
with
with.
planning. Okay, well, all right. And
So are you going to give?
on
Are you saying
access to his bat cave in a month to prepare? I mean, it's sort of your.
he doesn't need a month?
I mean, I'm thinking more scenario like
20 minutes
Thor,
at best.
the curtain comes up and Hulk comes out, right? I mean, Thor's ready for battle, but doesn't necessarily have like a dossier on the guy coming out the tunnel, right?
Well, Thor doesn't
But
fight
this-
that way, right? Thor just goes out there and swings his hammer, whatever's in front of him.
Yeah, he probably but okay,
But Batman fights with planning and gadgetry, and because he is a human,
right, and so we're rifting off March Madness, right? They do backgrounds and stuff, but you can't bring if you didn't bring it to the court, you can't magically make it appear to the court too. You know what I'm
But
saying?
woe betide Thor if Batman was an Asgardian. If Batman was an Asgardian, Thor would be
Oh my gosh! The
a
Batman
distant
love here.
second.
Is there room for me in this room with all the Batman love squirting out everywhere?
I don't know if there is.
Okay,
telling
I love
you.
Batman. Okay. So, let's do it in the contents of the seeded favor. What is Flash's chance of winning?
Flash's chance of winning?
Yep.
Just because there's, I'm gonna go. Flash has a 42% chance of winning.
Okay.
42. I'm going to give him his ranking. He has a 15% chance.
15% chance.
Flash has a 15%.
As we all know, the Speed Force is disrupted by shark repellent in aerosol form. So. Game over.
I feel
Barry
like
Allen.
that.
and he's definitely going to have that bat shark repellent.
I don't know if that's gonna stand up under scrutiny. It's hard to say. If I knew for sure Batman had the plan, and then I would say, well, if he's got his Flash contingency plan in his utility belt, it goes low, right? But I'm gonna say they're both unprepared, but Batman, just for the nature, he has the upper hand.
When Flash gets up to speed, you can't fight what you can't see, and essentially Batman becomes a statue. And at that speed, Flash gets in one hit. It's either fatal or the next one is.
I think about the nature of most of the Flashes that have been there, and they never take the fight seriously until they're like dying. Then they're like, "Oh, I should have taken this fight seriously."
Yeah.
And again, not to be too fanboyish, but the getting up to speed is the window. That's the window where Batman makes his move. That's the window where it happens. You're right. After he gets up to speed, fine. But if he knows he's going into a fight, he knows it's going to be Flash.
He gets up to speed in a Flash. Okay.
I'm just saying,
All right,
if we're
all
talking
right.
about Arena, that moment before the gate opens, before
all
Hulk
right,
comes out.
all right, well,
His
Taking
speed
into
is also
account-
dependent upon how strong the Speed Force is, right? And there's been documented to some degree that if there's not people moving and speed and other objects generate strength in the Speed Force. So like he's faster or slower depending on the Speed Force, right?
Well, thank you for that.
His bandwidth, right? Like his ISP, sort of.
Taking into account Batman's foreknowledge of Flash, and that he knows Flash and could, perceive a weakness, and Flash's ability to not take initial, he likes to measure the man before he gets up to speed, usually in a fight, in most of his representations. I think that gives Batman an edge, more of an insight than the average guy. So factoring that all in, to me, I have to give Barry Allen Flash at least 65, 70. Let's do a 67% chance of winning still. I can't go lower than that. I think his speed is that hard to beat. That's
Unacceptable.
So for those listening at home now, Flash has a 41% chance of winning the fight.
all right. The weighted average, Flash has a 41%. Dude, your 15 is ridiculous. I can't even. I just whatever. I love you. But
I support you in it.
This is generous.
You were throwing him a bone there? Like,
wait. What did I say? Yeah, 67. Okay, all right. 86-year-old. So Batman has upset the Flash.
I mean, if you want to call it upset, you can.
I'm gonna call.
I'm certainly not upset.
Upset has happened. Oh my gosh. I'm having a hard time narrating this, but the bell has been rung. Batman is on top, and I just can't. Wow. All right. that kind of blows up my bracket.
Are you that really
that blows up my bracket a
really?
little bit? But yeah. I mean, I didn't do a bracket. I didn't do anything.
I mean, there's no way you can not pick Batman to get out of the first round.
Yeah, yes, you can. And most intelligent.
You can do it, but you would be making a huge mistake, right?
I don't think so, David. I don't think so. Ah, okay. Batman goes on. I mean, whatever. Dark Knight. How did he win? Because I'm Batman. All right. Wipe your tears. Get the Zamboni out there to straighten up the field. On to our next match. This one is a DC versus DC matchup. We teased the upcoming movie for this character, Shazam, versus the wicked and maniacal Joker.
100% chance Shazam wins.
Oh, David, did you think that? Did you take any time? David, tell us what you really think.
I thought about that for as long as it takes Batman to think of a way to beat up Flash.
Which was still slower than Flash should be able to crush Batman. Oh my gosh, you guys are ridiculous. All right, revenge is happening later. This will not stand. This will not stand. Okay. All right, Nathaniel. Shazam versus the Joker. Here's the thing: the way to defeat the Shazam, I kind of think, okay, he's a kid who can get turned into an adult with Superman-like powers, right? If there's anyone easy to play mind games with, it's a kid. So Joker's got a better chance than
he's not still that child when he's Captain Marvel, DC.
In plenty renditions, he acts immature like a child as an adult. In adult form.
He has the wisdom of Solomon.
No, in no rendition do I see him having the wisdom of Solomon. They can put that.
That
on
is his power set.
It does not.
The speed of Mercury, the wisdom of Solomon. He has the
seen.
power of 7 different gods, mythological gods. I forget them all. The strength of Hercules, and let me throw this in also. Hercules is technically supposed to be the most powerful of every in the Marvel universe. He is the physically strongest, and so.
Oh, more than Hulk? Did you want to say that into the microphone?
That's just one, according to one source.
Okay.
Unreliable.
Let me say this.
If you want to keep quoting
stronger than Thor.
Things, whatever.
I'm saying he's supposed to have this strength.
False over and over again, multiple times.
Is this one you made at home?
No.
When you were 10?
No. But if I did make one, yes.
Anyway, okay, yeah. So,
so get it or knock him out, and he reverts to the loss of consciousness reverts him back to his un-Shazam powers.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like saying, "Hey, knock out Superman, and he can't fight you anymore."
Yeah, right.
That's all you got to do. Knock him out, man.
Yeah.
Then he doesn't. Oh, why didn't we think of that, guys? Superman has a weakness. It's being knocked out. When he's unconscious, he can't fight you. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the website Text from Superheroes, but there's a hilarious one where this villain finds out Superman's secret identity, and all these other guys are shouting him down, basically saying, "Do you think he's weaker when he's not in his Superman suit? Just be quiet. That's 8 hours a day. He's not beating us up." Like that.
Don't out him.
Yeah.
It's 8 hours a day where he's not killing us.
Yeah.
Good point. All right, Nathaniel, what's the statistical chance odds you're giving Shazam comes out the victor?
I love the Batman universe. That includes the Joker. I really enjoy him as a villain, but I'm only giving him like 5% against this guy. He does have to have a little bit of a window to potentially, like you say, either manipulate or, the effects of his gas or whatever. But yeah, it's 5.
Okay, so Shazam 95% chance of victory.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in the same veins there. 95. 95. Yeah. All right, so very high odds. Let's put in our fate-onomer.
97% chance Shazam wins.
And he does. Crushing blow falls upon the Joker. Joker's mutilated corpses are being removed from the arena as we introduce our next contestants. 2 beloved characters. One most beloved by himself, the Emperor Palpatine of the Star Wars universe. His career achievements are conquering the universe. And opposing him in the ring is the only, Steve Rogers, Captain America. One wonderful symbol of virtue and goodness. The other could not be more evil, stepping into the ring. All right. The Emperor whipping out the Force Lightning. Does the vibranium shield transmit the shock into Captain America? I kind of think it does.
I don't know, because it's one of those, the properties of vibranium are sort of what they want them to be. So
The Mjolnir Power Blast. No, the Whack didn't, but I think the Power Blast, the Lightning. I don't know. I'm thinking Lightning.
I don't think it ever did.
Force lightning has kind of a wide spread. I think that it makes contact even with the shield held up.
It's gonna get something.
Yeah.
It's not all gonna get
Maybe.
sucked into the shield like the lightsaber kind of sucks. It tracks the Force Lightning, right? Kind of like when you see Obi-Wan do it against Dooku, right? I don't think the vibrate. So he'd get hit by the lightning even if the shield doesn't transmit it. And does that matter? Because the Emperor still has the lightsaber, which maybe the vibranium holds up against that, maybe it doesn't. But it's got to be worse than getting hit with like a bullet, right?
Yeah. I guess with the Force lightning, it really comes down to what studios do to the CGI. You know what I mean? Like that's your determining factor.
See, I'm opposite of you guys. Okay, so Captain America's in. Okay, it's just, how is Captain America going to win? Because he's so resourceful.
It's difficult because I want Captain America to win, but if you go off, Emperor has much more available to him, right? I mean, he's a very powerful Force user, pretty good. If you go off some of the Clone Wars stuff, pretty good with lightsaber.
Yeah,
I mean, he easily took down Darth Maul by himself. The Emperor did in the Clone Wars stuff.
Yeah. And he took down 5 Jedi Masters until Mace Windu finally didn't die or whatever.
it's sort of a power set that negates physical strength.
Yep.
Which is a problem for Captain America. So
yeah.
It was difficult, because of the Force, right? I feel like throwing the shield is almost moot because he can stop it,
pull it away from him, right?
But yeah, you go back to Captain America is crazy resourceful, right? And he,
Batman does not get that. I'm moving on, just not emotionally. Okay, so Captain America. Okay.
I'm going to go 50-50 on this one. I'm going to go 50-50. Going 50-50.
Really?
Fanboy love
Really?
for
You think Captain America has a
just-
50-50 chance of being the Emperor?
I think he has a 50% chance.
I think the Emperor. I had the hardest. The seeding for the Star Wars universe. The top 4 all could have easily had a claim as number 1 for their universe.
Yeah.
You know, Vader, Palpatine, Emperor, and Yoda. Easily,
Captain America is in his comfort zone fighting people more stronger than him. That he's always the less powered person in every fight. So
the Emperor is in his comfort zone conquering his known universe. I have to say, I have no shortage of love for Captain America. Love him to death. At best, I only can give Captain America 10%. I'm going 90% chance the Emperor defeats Captain
But
America.
you're still going to put the knife in, aren't you? At 2 Brute?
Brute, you mean? So the Emperor's just too. I still think I'm giving Cap too much.
So you give
of a
Captain
chance.
America 10%, you said?
Yeah, only a 10% chance of. So Emperor 90. But yeah, 90% chance of winning.
We saw him grappling with
I
someone
don't even
more
know.
powerful in the Infinity War trailer, and it did not look like it was going so well for Cap.
I still don't know. I can give Cap 10. That's a
that's-
fanboy love.
I don't know. I think he was
should
about
have,
to.
like,
I
2%
think in the
chance.
next 10 seconds or so after that, I think he judo flips. Thanos.
But
He does one of those. He does one of those Austin Powers, like
Does he do
judo,
the
you know.
one finger pinky whoosh from
Yeah.
Kung Fu
Exactly.
Panda?
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
The wushu finger hold.
There you go. Whooshu finger. Okay.
I am going to go 80-20 in favor of the Emperor.
Wow.
I feel like my 90s,
Ooh,
honestly.
Captain
too.
America not looking good.
I gotta
for
go.
him.
Yeah,
He's got a
dude, I gotta give the Emperor 95%. I gotta change it. I hate to do it. I'm gonna change it.
whole world. What did you do?
I just changed mine to 95% Emperor. I just can't. I keep trying to play it out in my head. I just can't see him killing the Emperor. I can't.
Everybody. He doesn't have to kill him. He just has to knock him out.
So what
Right.
kind of
So 75% chance Emperor.
A lot of
comes
mine
out
was
to
based on the fact that Emperor is still a frail old man. It wouldn't take much of a tap to the head, I feel like, to put him down in a heap, and then it's over with.
win. But he was a frail old man the whole time he took over the universe.
Well, Darth Vader did a lot of that for him. Let's give Darth credit where credit's due. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's see. The Fate Honorer. The Emperor wins.
The Emperor wins.
The Emperor wins. It was close. It was close. Captain America goes down nobly. The crowd weeps. Taps are playing.
You heard it here, everybody. My companion here hates freedom in America.
Take it. Jeez.
My co-hosts.
It's Mr. Knack to you. Okay, buddy?
That's your presidential run out the window.
Yeah, that's out there now. I can't take it back, can I?
Exactly,
my gosh.
exactly.
Hey, for those of you who can't see at home, I am wearing a Captain America shirt, and it looks sweet. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real.
It looks sort of distressed, like you haven't taken care of it, though.
Take that back, Mr. whatever your name is today, Scruffy Dude. Oh,
Look at you.
that
As
shirt.
am I.
Oh, that is a cool shirt. Dang,
That is cool.
Shirt. That is awesome. We're going to start posting pictures of Nathaniel in his sweet shirts now.
It started burning after my vote there, though. I don't know what's going on.
It should.
Some kind of
You have it
allergic
covered up like you're
reaction?
ashamed of it, I feel like.
Okay, we're on to match number 13. Odin's favorite son, Thor, up against DC's The Green Arrow. So Green Arrow has a very popular TV series out right now. The Green Arrow, for those who are unfamiliar with him, he's basically DC's version of Hawkeye, right? Except for he doesn't have explosive arrows as much, right? He's more traditional.
He does have like trick-ish type arrows, but yeah, it's. I mean,
And he's like, Hawkeye never misses. Green Arrow is a very good marksman, but not like impossibly good like Hawkeye is, right? Is that fair enough? But he's also super rich like Batman.
yeah.
Green Arrow is super rich like Batman. So there's that.
Yeah. I would say in a contest, I'd give it to Hawkeye, but Green Arrow is no slouch, yeah.
Oh, you mean an archery match? Well, I would give it to Robin Hood. Okay, so
Green Arrow is basically Robin Hood, dresses like him.
yeah, right. I mean,
Or Peter Pan, whoever you
yeah,
prefer.
people when you see the old comics, you're like, why is Robin Hood on the
Yeah.
on the Justice League? It's the Green Arrow. Okay, yeah, like so,
Yeah.
How many times, right? I've heard that. Yeah. Okay. Thor. Odin, I mean, I think he could be waking up from his nap while Green Arrow is trying to kill him before Thor realizes he's in a fight. That's where I'm at with that one.
Maybe Thor has fallen on hard times financially, and Green Arrow bribes him to throw the fight. You know,
That could happen.
with his billions. of
Oliver
dollars.
Queen is very rich.
Oliver Queen is very rich. Thor also has no need for money, but there's that.
Well, you know, the Asgardian market's very unpredictable,
It is that.
volatile.
You never know when some giant demon is going to ram a sword down the foundations of other people.
Asgard did get destroyed while it was over Oklahoma, so they were probably hard up for cash for a little bit.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put. I'll call it first. Thor is. Like I said, for Snake Eyes does not have an arrow in his quiver that can hurt Godzilla. Green Arrow actually
Literally,
has a quiver.
literally does not have an arrow in his
rather
actual
plenteous
quiver.
that can hurt, let alone kill Thor of Asgard. So, I'm going 100 for Thor.
You were such a fanboy. You said to me, "I don't believe in 100%." And there you go, 100%.
It's 'cause everyone is. I said everyone in our tournament has. We have documented they are all capable of losing in a match. I don't think he's capable. Fine, 99.9. I will be whatever.
Be consistent.
Yeah, 100.
You gave Snake Eyes a tenth of a percent.
100 rolled is always going to be a winner for the underdog. But anyways,
I think I'll give Thor 30%.
you're so full of crap. I can see it on your face. Like, how can I tweak Mr. Knickknacks to my left as much as
Hulk is on the sidelines whispering tips into Green
Exactly.
Arrows.
Come on now.
He's got an enchanted arrow from some of the
The rear
Loki.
end you
From
just pulled
Loki.
it out of.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's what you don't know.
Archer. Just punch him in groin.
Yeah, I got to go 99% chance Thor wins.
All right, Nathaniel.
Wow, I was a little less whatever. I went 90.
90.
Yeah.
Dave.
I cannot see Green
Nathaniel,
Arrow
do you
having
want
a
to be invited to
10%
the show
chance.
anymore?
I can't see. I can't see bow and arrow guy having a.
Yeah. Thor wins. Thor wins to the surprise of no one. But I'll tell you what. The crowd loves it. The crowd
Can
loves
I reference that text from Superheroes again as another one? Like someone texts Green Arrow and he's, "Hey, this invasion's coming to Earth," or something, something catastrophic, and he's like, "Okay, what are our resources? What do we have?" And he's, "Oh, sorry, I meant to text the Superman." And then the Green Arrow's like, "Oh, good, because I have nothing that I can offer." Like he's like,
That's
so
awesome.
relieved.
yeah,
Oh, thank goodness you weren't expecting me to stop.
yeah. He's like, "Oh,
That sounds pretty serious.
Yeah.
I'm going to just hit the snooze.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I have to use the restroom."
Okay. All right. So the bell is ringing. It's time for our next match. So Green Arrow who? He's dead. We're moving on to our next match. This one, I believe, is going to go down in history as one of our more controversial matches. The one and only Yoda versus Deadpool. All right, so he's a relatively new superhero in the world of sci-fi and fiction, but he's got a healing factor that changes depending on the story arc. Sometimes it's below Wolverine's ability to heal. Sometimes it's above Wolverine's ability to heal. So he heals insanely good. Pretty much any wound, he can heal it. Right? And but he's got like ninja fighting skills, uses swords and guns. He's kind of like a Snake Eyes fighting ability, right?
Yeah, I mean,
his
his combat skills, just personal combat hand to hand, is like
he can cut a
I would say it's
bullet
almost it's like
with his sword.
It's
And
as good as it can get.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Steve. It's at Captain America level, hand to hand.
David, get out. Just go.
I can provide the documentation.
Nah, you can whatever. Captain One-Sided. All right, so Deadpool is no slouch. But
Says the man who whatever. Thor 100%. I don't believe in 100%, but he gets 100%.
yeah. So we all have our weaknesses, Dave. Thor just doesn't. Okay, just kidding.
Deadpool 100% chance. Put it down.
Now, David, this isn't about bitter. This is about facts and reality and our made-up content. All right, so Deadpool is the thing. Yoda. Deadpool doesn't have anything that helps him against the lightsaber. I mean, the lightsaber will cut him in half, and then if Yoda sees him healing, he'll just swirly him until there's, Deadpool's got to avoid the lightsaber, right? I mean, he can't. He's got to not be playing.
He has to avoid a fatal blow with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get cut, right? So, absolutely. Yoda is his thing. The advantage decided advantage that Deadpool has over Yoda is that Deadpool is not 900 years old.
He is not.
Just hold on for another movie, and he might be dead. I think Yoda's way too strong in the Force that Deadpool is unable to get to him. Force lifts him in the air, and Yoda talks him away. Gets and the battle's done. Yoda just decides, "What am I going to do with you?" Right?
No, I don't think so. Because I've never seen Yoda prove himself in battle. It's been whispered that he's a great warrior, but he walked away from Dooku. He walked away from the Emperor. I feel like he quits on the
Clone
battle.
Wars, he kicks major trash in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
There's some power right
Deadpool's a
there.
formidable foe. I mean,
Deadpool-
I know, but force lifting Deadpool, you just list them. Now, what's Deadpool going to do?
it's
Grenades.
Ryan Reynolds versus a Muppet. So I mean, come on.
What do you? Yeah. I give Deadpool like a 75 to 8% chance on this one.
How on earth does Deadpool get a fatal blow on Yoda? What's the scenario? Where does he do it? How? What does he do that he hurts Yoda?
Yoda is not immortal. You know that, right?
I know, but
Bullets,
what can
grenades,
he do?
swords.
So with a lot of the guys we've been talking about, what can Deadpool do that Yoda won't be able to easily defend against?
I haven't seen Yoda prove that he can easily defend. I've seen him
What
fight
universe
well.
are you in right now, dude?
I've seen him fight well against others and then walk away from it at best to draw.
Okay, but this is not the Emperor or Count Dooku. This is Deadpool, who does not have the Force or a weapon that can hurt Yoda. That would likely hurt Yoda.
Here's what I would say. At best, Yoda stabs Deadpool, thinks the fight's over. Deadpool heals and kills Yoda.
The Force doesn't warn him or say that this guy's still alive. That all life feeds into the Force. Yoda would miss that. I don't think so.
Here's another thing I would say. since Yoda's lightsaber is only like 2.5 feet long, for him to get close enough to stab Deadpool, Deadpool also is able to stab him through. And
They're not
when they both
lightsabers,
get
but
stabbed.
Deadpool
He can
does
force
have
lift
swords.
Deadpool, so he's facing.
Deadpool
up. He
has
just walk
Deadpool
underneath
is
him.
laden with armory, right?
I don't care. None of it is likely to hurt Yoda. None of his
Deadpool Yoda is not invulnerable. I think you're forgetting that. He died from laying down in his bed.
That's what I'm saying. Deadpool's advantage is just don't die before Yoda. That's like his one advantage. Yoda's way too powerful.
Bed swords
cut
are
or
a
shot.
serious issue.
You're not going to cut or shoot Yoda. He's proven that no one who's tried to cut him or shoot him
Quantify
has hurt him.
Yoda's power for me right now.
Off the charts Force user. Anything that's been shot at him or tried to slice
It
at him,
is
he's
not
blocked.
off the charts. The heaviest thing he's ever lifted was an X-wing.
David, you're an X-wing. And your face is an X-wing. Where are you coming from? Dude, you still haven't... There's nothing in Deadpool's arsenal that was likely to actually hurt. Get
You
past
can't
Yoda
prove that
Bacon.
because you haven't seen Yoda go
Oh
up
my
against
God.
ballistic weapons.
All right. Nathaniel, what do you think about this?
You're not getting any reprieve from me. I'm also leaning in Deadpool's direction. I got to be honest.
Deadpool has a larger
He
arsenal.
None of which is likely to hurt him.
That
sword is
is an
never gonna
imperfect
cut Yoda.
argument because you haven't seen. So you're telling me just because he picks up, you think being him holding Deadpool 3 feet off the ground
He shoots
negates all weapons and grenades and
He shoots at
explosives?
Yoda force pushes the bullets.
I
away.
don't think
He
Yoda can-
swings a sword at
I don't
Yoda.
think Yoda can-
pulls the sword out of his hand, pulls the gun out of his hand. Pulls
I
his
don't think
pants
Yoda can
down,
do all that
flies
stuff at the
him
same
out of
time.
The arena. He can do any of that.
Yoda
No,
can't.
he can't.
Yoda can't do all that stuff at the same time.
Oh, yes, he
Something gets through.
No.
Deadpool throws
Absolutely.
enough ballistics at him to where
Totally disagree.
it gets through.
If it's available, I always lean based on previous comics. And there are, as we've mentioned on the show in the past, comics where Deadpool goes up against most of the people in the Marvel universe and comes out ahead.
Kills them.
So there's precedent there for a surprising.
That's where I go from.
ability.
In previous comics, Yoda has not established himself to be the power you're
He's
holding him up to
established
be.
himself for living for 900 years in a very dangerous job, and no one's been able to kill him. How about that?
In both of the fights I've seen, they haven't killed him. You're right, and he has also walked away the
You need
loser.
to see more. 900 years, Jedi. This is crazy.
Deadpool-
I'm living in an alternate universe.
75% chance.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow Stan Lee has survived this long. Still, I think Deadpool could take him. So
Yeah.
Okay, I will
Not
write
dying
down-
is
I'm
not
gonna
not
enter
dying
your
is not a
data.
superpower.
I'm gonna
Just
enter-
I
you
want to
have
establish that not dying is not a superpower. Because if so, then I have a superpower.
No, Deadpool, that's his thing. He doesn't die, right? Because he's real healing. You still
He
have
heals
still-
quickly. That's his superpower.
all right, let's go to the odds. Let's go to the numbers.
Even though you've given no scenario in which he can defeat Yoda, go ahead and give me your number.
Your only scenario is he holds him in the air.
Which
he
is
holds him-
extremely likely. All Jedi can do it.
You're right. He can hold him in the air,
But
then
not
everything-
indefinitely.
not indefinitely.
Okay.
And it hasn't been established
until
that-
the very wise Yoda walks up and pokes him with his lightsaber and cuts off his head.
And at the same time, he gets stabbed by. So
He
they
would
both
not.
stab
He
each
would
other.
Not stab. You really think that would happen?
Yes, I do. Because it hasn't been proven otherwise.
It hasn't been proven that he could.
Hold on. Are you telling me it hasn't been proven that Deadpool can stab people? Because read any Deadpool comic, he stabs somebody.
Okay. What's his name? The guy, the dumb guy from the new movie.
Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren can freeze people just like that. You're telling me Yoda couldn't figure out and do that, and then just cut. Deadpool,
I haven't seen
dice
Yoda
him
do
up?
it. So I don't. Maybe he can, but he doesn't.
You guys are all smoking crack. All right, Nathaniel.
Why didn't he do that to Dooku then if it was so easy, right?
Well, because Dooku's more powerful. That's why. It's hard to use the Force against other Force users directly like that.
I don't know.
All right, Nathaniel, what's your odds? Your odds that Yoda beats Deadpool.
I'm going to give you a 5-point concession based on your good argument off of what I was originally going to do. So now we're going to be 65 Deadpool to 35.
35 Yoda. Okay, from Nathaniel. All right.
I already gave him my answer.
I didn't hear it. Sorry.
25% chance Yoda wins.
All right.
I thought maybe we were going to go absurdly high there just to really annoy him for Deadpool.
No. I'm making it fair. I give him a 25% chance, but
Okay.
95. I strongly feel that Yoda can totally crush Deadpool.
The world's on pins and needles.
until the universe proves it, I don't believe it.
Until the universe proves Deadpool can beat Yoda. You can say that exactly backwards.
The universe has proven that Deadpool can kill a lot of people.
What was our final number then?
So 52 is our magic number.
52% chance that Yoda wins.
Deadpool gets the upset. Deadpool wins in this crazy, bizarre universe. Oh my
Wait,
gosh!
hold on, I think
what an upset! What an upset! There's going to be
I
some
feel like that
very
was-
upset.
I feel like that was a very
A
predictable
lot of
outcome.
brackets just got blown up. Let me tell you.
Certainly
Wow.
not mine.
Because you chose wisely.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, this is insane.
Too funny.
Oh,
Well,
my
don't
gosh.
worry. The next one's not going to be controversial either.
Oh my gosh! All right, we're moving on. Brains and souls have been shattered. Okay, next round up. Here we have the one, the only, the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. Versus the one, the only, the well-dressed Tony Stark as the Iron Man. I am Iron Man. All right, guys. Here we go.
This just in: Vader also voted for Deadpool.
Yeah, because he didn't want to get his mechanical rear handed to him by Yoda. But anyways.
Vader knows a winner when he sees one.
Oh, man. Okay,
Vader and Iron Man.
I do not think a non-actual super person stands much of a chance against Vader. I mean, like, think in those Star Wars universe, like Boba Fett, all his accoutrements and all the people out there. I mean, Iron Man's suit is cooler than the accoutrements that Boba Fett has, but you know what I'm saying? Not a
Yeah.
particularly specially powered person. Like I would anticipate any of the blasts Iron Man can shoot. Lightsaber block. I'm thinking, chest blast, hand blast. It might not feel good, but I think he can deflect that with the lightsaber. Force choke's hard to get away from if you're.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm
In
saying?
my mind, you can force choke through
There's nothing.
the Iron Man.
Yeah,
suit.
that
is just a terrifying concept right there.
Yeah.
But until it's proven otherwise, I don't think Vader can kill Iron Man. Oh wait, did that sound dumb? Sorry, just kidding. Just kidding.
Your arguments are so... You are not good at this.
Oh, I'm not good at this.
Because it has been shown that Vader will and does kill, right?
Oh, you're right. Right. So does Yoda, but whatever. Okay. So what? Okay.
So tell me one person Yoda has killed. Name me one
he's been
person.
a Jedi
Just give me
Master
the
forever.
one person.
Dude,
That's all I'm asking for. You don't have to say anything, so you can give me that name.
A whole army of clones came and attacked him over and over again.
Did they?
The box office. Oh, mic drop.
So he killed.
So whatever. Deadpool, because the genteel side of our all-powerful Jedi Master is the weak spot that Deadpool strikes at. Fine. All right, we're moving on. Darth
Sure,
Vader
I'll
and
take
Iron
that.
Man. All right, Darth Vader and Iron Man. I still say Vader's got a crushing advantage over Iron Man.
Yeah.
There's no way in this matchup Vader doesn't drop some line that involves technological terror. That's just, you can't miss that opportunity.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. Your ability to float is lame, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Nathaniel, what do you get your odds for Vader against Tony Stark?
Iron Man does, he's not a total slouch. I feel like I'm somewhere in like the 80-20 to 85-15.
For Vader.
Yeah. I'm going to say 85-15. That's where I'll land.
So 85 for Vader?
Yeah.
85% chance? Okay.
Yeah.
Saxon?
You can't discredit that he puts a lot of super advanced technology into that suit.
Say that again. I didn't catch it. But
So you can't discredit that he puts a lot of really advanced technology. I mean, some of even the comics he can turn invisible for like a few minutes at a time, but which gives him a
yeah, but come on. Remember, middle of the arc. We're middle of the arc. We're not like this random stuff. Like when did
I like how anytime I throw something out
Well,
that
it's
takes
random,
away
like,
from
no
you, you're
one's
like,
seen
oh, you
it.
can't include that.
I've never heard of him. I've never heard of him turning invisible. He's not done in any of the movies where the mainstream.
Yeah, I said in some of the
he can turn
in some of
You
the more
guys have
recent
to see each other after this is over, okay? So let's keep it civil.
in some of the more recent
gonna have to
comics
hug
he
this
has
out.
he
It's
has
gonna be
he put in some of the more recent ones he has like some stealth suits that'll go invisible.
Oh, he does. You're right. Yeah, he has a stealth. I don't know. Is that more invisible to like radar, or is it like full on invisible?
Full on invisible.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. I don't know that matters.
Yeah, see, I don't
Vader
know if
can
that really
force
helps. But
sense
I'm
them
saying,
anyways, right?
I'm just throwing it out as an example of you can't. I mean, he's got technology in the suit that you might not think about,
Right.
as being an upper hand. It might give an upper hand.
But as soon as he shoots something at Vader, I mean that reveals his position, right?
Yeah,
And then Vader can respond.
I think I'm gonna fall. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Nathaniel's right. I'm gonna go. I'll probably go. I'll go 80-20.
So 80 for Vader.
80 for Vader.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, 80 for Vader. I think I cannot go for Vader's chance. I mean, he does carry a lot of like bombs and type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have to shoot it at Vader as long as it blows up next to Vader. Vader, he can push Vader around that way.
Yeah.
A little bit. And we have seen, and this is one thing I don't really like with anything outside the original trilogy of Star Wars, all the new stuff deflates what a Force user can do relative to how they came across in the original trilogies, in my opinion. But
So you're giving him the benefit, Iron Man the benefit of bombs, but not Deadpool the benefit of explosives.
no, because does he have rocket propelled stuff? I didn't think Deadpool had that. He just has like grenades and maybe some C4.
He carries all sorts of things.
He might have that in his bat utility belt. Okay,
might.
well, whatever.
Like Deadpool, this argument just won't die.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think I would give Vader 90. I would go 90.
90. Wow.
Yeah, 90% chance of winning this one. I was having to come up with the way that I thought Iron Man could even hurt Vader. I just think my fan love for Vader obviously is a bit huge, but I don't know that Iron Man has much chance to flay in too many feet. And honestly, if he blows off a limb, so what? He already lost that one, right?
yeah, really.
So, all right.
So
Vader just destroyed Iron Man.
Did he just
horribly?
destroy?
Yes, very, very horribly. Tony Stark is dead.
is this our last match coming up here? Is this our last one?
Yes, our last match for round one of who would win.
Finally.
Oh, man.
I'm kidding.
Our last match of the night, two beloved DC favorites, Wonder Woman, Princess Diana, created or now daughter of Zeus, depending on which version of the story arc you want to go, versus Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern.
So Ryan Reynolds versus someone who is not a Muppet.
So hold on, I'm just being handed some information from Walt Disney that says Wonder Woman has to win this fight.
Did Ryan Johnson
Kathleen
write the movie,
Kennedy
or
just
somebody
said
just
that.
decided?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they don't own any DC properties, but Wonder Woman has to win it.
Yeah.
So I have to say, my daughter, she didn't know who Green Lantern was, and so I said, well, he's got this ring that can, whatever he imagines, it will create it for him, and it helps him fly and stuff like that, and he helps protect the universe. And she picked Green Lantern to go all the way.
Wow.
Really?
Yes. So when you think about it, you can make any, and I guess that creativity got her going. Like, if you can make anything with your ring, I know there's like, I guess some limits to what he can and can't do, depending on where in the
It
story
depends on
arc
his
we're at.
will, right? It's
Yeah,
also
it's
if he
his will, right?
starts to doubt himself.
Can he make whatever it is he needs to defeat? He can shape. He can shape whatever he wants out of his ring. He can't necessarily make his ring make gold for example, but he can shape and make any shape out of his ring that he wants.
Yeah. I'm Green Lantern. You stick the hand out. Chris Pine. She's distracted. Game over. That's all it takes right there.
Stares into his dreamy. Wait,
You're alive.
His eyes are green. I thought they were blue. Yeah. So, anyways,
But don't discount the fact that she can bang her bracelets together, which has never been established by anything previously.
I know, why is that all of a sudden her like?
I don't know.
I don't like kill stroke, right? I mean, it
Who
looks
greenlit
cool.
that?
Maybe
I mean,
it's
who
'cause
was
it's
like,
a-
"What if we ever do this thing?" That's never has it ever been? I don't know. There might be some Wonder Woman archivist
Lantern.
out there who's like, no.
You're the captain of like random factoids of powers, and you're saying in all the
I've
comics
never
you've
seen
that
it.
thing.
Ever
was
smash
a
her
thing.
bracelets together? No, I've never. Maybe she did it in some old ones, like as a one-time thing or something. But
Certainly not with that sonic force.
yeah,
You know.
that's never been her go-to move. I mean, I feel like that's her like.
What exactly is the about those bracelets? That's like is it shooting? Is it releasing magic? What?
Just a really annoying sound.
It's just super annoying.
Stop!
Oh, there's so many women jokes about annoying sound that I'm gonna have to pass right now. Okay. I think, but Wonder Woman. I mean, DC likes to hold up Wonder Woman as, you know, part of their trinity, right? It's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. You know, that's their big three.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if I'm thinking like them, would they put her above Green Lantern? So we've been talking, you know, seeing what Green Lantern has on his the rope, right? She gets the rope around him. I don't know what the ring can do against the rope. Like once it's on him, like you can't cut it, right? He can't cut it and get it off. Has she ever? I was watching Justice League, and she kind of almost uses it like a whip to grab thing sometimes too. Even I don't know if that
I think
helps.
that's a movie construct.
Okay. Okay.
The ring's still on there though. I'm trying to think if there's any element of mental exertion for Hal Jordan. You know,
Yeah,
over a
it's
period
all
of
willpower
time.
based, I think. So as I think it eventually can stop their.
With her general strength and invulnerability, are his constructs? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't feel nice if he constructed a huge hammer or whatever and bashed her with it. But I don't know that.
Yeah, I guess honestly, I was thinking more of like if he contains her within a construct.
So that's
how long
how
can he maintain that.
Batman, or not Batman, Superman and Green Lantern and things have tussled a little bit, and his only thing he was able to do was sort of, as hard as he can will it, like put Superman in a bubble that would hold him for a few minutes. It would take Superman a few minutes of pounding against it to break it, but once it was broken, it was
Yeah.
like,
Still not a win condition, right? So
yeah,
it's-
you're, and I think Wonder Woman sort of falls into that same category of he could contain her for a few minutes and then she would
Probably
break out.
longer than he could contain Superman, but
It depends on which
break.
iteration of Wonder Woman we're talking
Yeah,
about. We're talking about the new DC
Power-
stronger
yeah,
than Superman.
Seriously, power
Wonder Woman?
creep there is ridiculous. But anyways, yeah. I want to say that, you know, at first blush I was thinking Wonder Woman, but the more I do think it's just that the most recent iterations of Green Lantern have been so disappointing, right? Like that he does, you know what I'm saying?
I think I give it to Wonder Woman because she's fast and powerful, and you think about it, she's supposed to be ages old, and she is similar to Thor in that she is a trained warrior,
yeah.
and she will kill. She's a trained and Green Lantern was a dude that was given a ring. I mean, he's not a trained fighter. He's not a trained warrior.
But he's part of the Green Lantern Corps. He's got training.
They're like a police force, and they do get some training, but I mean, a human's lifespan where Wonder Woman has multiple. I mean, she has thousands of years of training with weapons and battle, and
This is a good one. This is a good match. Don't you think this is a good match? Good match.
Yeah, I lean towards Wonder Woman though. I think.
I think I have to go
the
Wonder
end.
Woman.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I feel like
this is
Green
would be a
Lantern
good
is not
match.
far behind her, and Green Lantern could beat a lot of those people on this list, but not Wonder Woman.
Okay, so odds though. I mean, like, I think you agree that he's capable of
Yeah,
doing it, right? But would he most of the time? Maybe not, right? So what? You know, how many times? You know, what's the percentage or percentage chance of Wonder Woman winning?
90% chance Wonder Woman.
Ooh, high. Okay,
I went 80.
80. Okay.
Yeah. Just on the off chance he's beating her up enough with constructs as opposed to containing her that he somehow, succeeds in that.
I would go 80 if there was a Blue Lantern nearby to double charge up his ring. Ever read any of those where they can charge the ring to 200% if there's a Blue Lantern
Your
nearby?
name is Random Factoid today. Okay, can I just say that?
That's my name
When
every
has there
week.
been a blue? I didn't know that. Really?
There's blue, yellow, orange, green. Indigo, red.
No, I didn't know that there was a blue ring and that it powered up his green ring. It's like a power charger.
Yeah, I'm such a nerd. The Blue Lanterns aren't terribly strong by themselves, but when combined with the because their power, they're all like the emotion spectrum, and there's like green is will,
Yeah.
and then they're hope. So when hope with will come
Oh, that's
together,
even
your
better.
will is stronger,
Oh, very
so they
cool.
can charge up their ring to
Did
200%.
not know that. Okay. I think I would give Wonder Woman. Oh, you guys made some good arguments for Green Lantern, though. Or did I make them? I was gonna. I at first blush, before we started talking, I would have put Wonder Woman, 80s and 90s. I think. Can I go 75? 75 Wonder Woman.
You can't get no 70. Yeah,
I
I won't.
can't?
I will not allow 75. No, that's fine.
All right. So I'm going to go 75% chance Wonder Woman. That's
So we got 90, 80, 75.
yeah.
What is that? What does the average up to
82.
be? 82% Wonder Woman. Well, this could be an upset.
Could be an upset, everybody. We're going to finish the night with. Oh! Okay. Wonder Woman eked it out. It was getting scary there. Yes, it was getting very scary. Holy cow. Okay. Wonder Woman advances. All right. Woo! It got heated, it got bloody, but we have finished round 1 of the Who Would Win bracket. We're sorry if the bracket continues, whether your personal bracket has broken to shreds or not. But next time, tune in for round 2. See ya.
Later.